thank you.
Well, I've taken a listen to the single and got to say I absolutely loved it. So I was wondering if you could start off by telling us a little bit about where the inspiration came from for you for this brand new single.
Inspiration? I've always been a big fan of movies like The Terminator and that kind of a little bit 80s, a little bit synthy soundtrack kind of vibe, and I guess that's where that's the major influence is. I find there's a lot of influence from that type of sound.
Yep.
But I also really enjoy my vintage kind of collection, so it's really easy and fun to toy around with those and kind of just let them do their thing. It's like every time I use them, I can't get the same sound again the next day, so that makes it a fun process and interesting process. So a mixture of that with I love the kind of more vibes, like soundtrack vibes, rather than kind of, I guess, typical song structures. But in saying that, I tried to kind of develop a song structure out of what I was enjoying in the first place. So that's probably how it came together.
Yeah. Now, I'm a huge movie fan as well, and I've got to say I love the soundtracks from some of the movies that you just mentioned, and movies like Tron and things like that. Have you got a huge soundtrack collection at home, like on CD and vinyl?
Oh, yeah, I do have a few. I really enjoy Ennio Morricone, and I've got the Drive soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah.
Which is just pretty killer, that one. I really like that. Yeah, I do. I've got, obviously, like I said, the Terminator's one. What's another few I have? There's a couple, like Flowers of War is really good. It's not as 80s or make, but I still really enjoy the vibes that you get from that. So I do have, quite a substantial collection. Yeah. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what else I have. But, yeah.
What else is it about that kind of music that really stood out to you? Like, what was it that grabbed you when you first heard that kind of music?
I think I've always had, like, the epic sort of scenarios always grab my attention really abruptly. Like, I kind of am more likely to be into an epic, like, triumph-y type movie. So the music kind of goes along with that and symbolises a lot of that sort of, I guess, vibe. I think I'm just, that's probably why I'm interested. I want impactful, like, big statements and, like, big attacks from certain aspects of the song and really try and put the listener into a certain place, I guess.
Yeah. With electronic music, sometimes the writing structure is very different to what it is, say, if you're writing a rock song. For you, how does that writing process work? Like, do you have a melody or lyrics that come into your head first, or do you kind of almost have a sound that's there that you try to turn into music? How does that work for you?
That changes quite a bit. Lately, I've been trying to really get a lot better at melodies, like as in vocal melodies, whereas more in the past, I've just, like, had a loop going with a few of my synths, like, hooked up, and I just toy with that and have a bit of a loop going until I found something that was cool, and then the melodies would usually come after that. But I'm trying to develop my kind of vocal. I'm pretty, in a way, new to vocals. Like, I never used to sing when I was younger, so since I've started FOEMEN Interview, I've really sang, and I'm really trying to develop that part of my skills because I feel like I'm interested in that now, and as like anything, you practice, you start to understand it more and want to develop more, or become better at it. So that's probably what I'm doing more often now, is trying to do vocals first, or at least get some lyrics and vibe happening that I'm happy with, and then sort of match it with some of the music, I guess, is probably the best, the way I'm currently doing it.
Yeah. And there's an amazing video as well for Bones. Tell us a little bit about how that video came together.
Oh, well, like I'm very interested in that kind of post-apocalyptic Terminator thing, so I wanted to create that sort of vibe, which was very relevant for what's going on now in the current climate with all this isolation and stuff. But it was I was watching Black Mirror, which is a series on Netflix,
yep.
And I loved how they were making all these different shows that are about not too distant futures, but like it might have been, not exactly realistic, but you can imagine how it could be realistic at some point.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, and then I my parents' workplace is where it was shot. To the different bits of equipment and the basically the site where it was shot. So I made good use of that one weekend, and just kind of got. I like the music. I really get involved with the writing of the video because I'm really interested in that as well. But that's probably. I wanted to really be just as impactful as the music. The video would go along with it really nicely. So all that equipment and everything that it was used was from my parents' workplace, which is just nearby. I live in Newcastle.
Yeah. And now the single is out, but what now for you in the future? Like, once we're out of lockdown, are you looking to do a lot more gigs, or will you be looking to bring out an EP or maybe even an album in the future?
I've got several tracks ready for release right now, and they'll be released, very soon, I'd say, within the next couple of months. Like, I'll probably release 3 or 4 more tracks over the year at this stage.
Yep.
But, and I definitely want to perform them live. I've currently sort of producing the live show now while I've got a bit of time on my hands, and I also I've got a few more videos to release with the new songs coming out, but that's the next track might be about a month or 2 away, depending on a few little things, but that's my plan. I want to release songs individually over the year, and then at the end of the year just decide how I'm going with, as in writing, I've got enough time to write more stuff, and an album, or just continue releasing singles. It just depends on where I'm at with that, but I definitely want to perform them live. I'd really like to do that if the climate at the moment allows for it.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that. How are you spending lockdown? Are you finding that this is a good time to be able to sit down and write a lot of music without the rest of the world kind of getting in the way?
Yeah, actually, I've got a somewhat of a home studio, so I've had a bit of time off work that was nothing to do with the COVID situation. It was, but turned out to be at the same time. So I'm just tinkering and developing some new sounds and playing around with stuff that perhaps I normally wouldn't have enough time to do. But it's been, if there's anything good come out of this lockdown, I've just been a bit more experimental, I guess. Not, having had a bit more time to do things I normally wouldn't bother with. So, and I've found some really fun new adventures to try out. So, it's been good in that respect.
Awesome. Well, mate, is there anything you'd like to say to our listeners out there before they head out to check out Bones online?
mainly not directly to Bones, but just to stay safe, and please have a listen and look out for more music to come, as I'd hope it would follow the next tracks that come out. I'm trying to make them follow each other in a neat sort of series-like manner, I guess.
Definitely. Well, mate, thank you so much for chatting to us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. We wish you all the best of luck in lockdown, and hopefully we get to hear some more music from you soon.
Great. Thanks very much for that.